Robby Choucair, welcome to Not Your Thoughts.
Thanks for having me.
What is the most creative way you've seen AI used?
We're diving straight in.
We're going right in, man. Yeah.
What is the most creative way I've seen it used? Wow. I've seen it used in a lot of different, like people are obviously, you think, so if you say AI, what does everyone jump to? ChatGPT,
ChatGPT.
right? And
Yeah.
it's like, cool, that's the thing.
Mm.
I think I've seen people use it for pretty much everything. I think if you're using it for emails and stuff, like that's the least creative. You're not using it to its full potential. It's like using the internet when it came out and you're like, I'm on MSN.
Right.
That might be before your time.
No, I made
remember
MSN.
Zen?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where
Okay, cool.
You'd go online so your crush sees you. I was
Yeah,
part
and
of that.
sign in twice.
Twice is tame, bro.
I was tame, yeah. I was still embarrassed. I still hadn't found myself.
I was like,
Hadn't found
boom,
my
boom,
feet,
boom, 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 boom.
I think the most creative way we use it in our own companies is focusing on the ideation side of things, right? Like I always tell people this, I'm like, people don't, so just for context, we run a marketing agency and a media agency and people don't quite know what to record. When we tell them to put out content, they're like, oh, we don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, cool, like you don't have to do that level of thinking anymore. You know what I mean? You can get the thing to think for you. You can get it to lay out 47 different ideas, 50 different ideas, and you can pick 3.
Yeah.
And then you can say, hey, give me 50 more. You know what I mean? And then you can give it different types of prompts that are going to allow you to, that time you would have spent laying, like, think about this. You had to go back 5 years ago, you would have to say to someone, hey, I want you to lay out all the different types of content we can do.
Yeah.
And they would have went and worked for an hour and came back. And then you probably didn't get as good a job as to what you'll get now in 30 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I think that's been the biggest element of your ability to get it to do the thinking that you can't do. I think is the biggest.
Yeah, but I think you still need, even in those scenarios, it needs input. How would you help someone? How would you help someone use AI to guide them if they don't even have the idea in their head? Did you use the word ideation? Is that the
Ideation? Yeah.
Ideation. Yeah. Yeah. What would you do to help someone kind of find that vision almost, or do you think AI can actually influence that as well?
Yeah, I think AI can definitely influence it. So you can turn around, but you have to be able to. So it's communication,
Right.
right? Think like if you can't talk to your employees, you can't grow a business. If you can't talk to AI, you can't get it to do what you want.
Yeah.
It's all communication. This is just a different type of communication.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, there's people who suck at talking to people, and there's people who suck at talking to AI, right? And then there's a basic level, and then there is more advanced levels. Like anyone who delves into the space properly will understand that you shouldn't be using, well, not that you shouldn't be. The ChatGPT that most people use is the consumer interface.
Yeah, true.
It's not the proper version.
Right.
Like you want to go play with the proper version, jump into the playground where
Yeah.
you can actually do system prompts and user prompts. And then it's like you're actually building something that has some level of instruction.
Right.
Because right now, all you've got is a memory and a chatbot.
Does this play into this this open source idea? Is that where people use open source and they can start manipulating it then? And speaking from complete ignorance here, I'm not sure. I just hear the word open source and it sounds intense.
Open source, I believe, and I'm probably not, I don't have too much understanding of it, but from my understanding is they are opening their books.
Yeah.
In the sense of they're going to show everyone what they're doing.
Right.
Like they're not, most companies tend to hide what they're doing. Open source means because this is for the better development of the world.
Right.
We're going to share with everyone what we're doing and they can integrate into us and we can integrate into them and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So prior to this, like Microsoft was very open source, whereas Apple wasn't, which is why you can integrate most things into like Android, right? Even though Android's Google, you can integrate most things into that. But when you go and get an Apple iPhone, you're very restricted.
Yeah. But I assume the counterpoint would be that actually keeps it more secure as well. Because isn't that the whole point? You can never be hacked on an iPhone or something like that. But Android's a bit more.
Well, they're controlling their ecosystem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
For you to get an app approved on an iPhone, you got to tick a whole bunch of boxes. They're like, we're going to let you into our world, this beautiful world we've created, this safe space. We want to make sure that you tick box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Otherwise, no.
Play by our rules or
Yeah,
or
yeah.
no?
It's like
yeah,
you're gonna fit into
yeah.
our world. We've built this, beautiful world, and we don't want anyone to come in and ruin it.
Mm.
And we have full control. And it's almost like you can almost say it's like a what's I'm looking for here? Not a democracy.
Um, I'm just gonna say like the opposite. You mean
Yeah, yeah. Like what's it called?
authoritarian kind of?
Yeah, yeah. Because they're
yeah.
controlling the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
world.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like a dictatorship.
A dictatorship. That's the word. Yeah, exactly right.
And they're controlling everything,
Mm.
but they've built a beautiful place.
Yeah, which is funny that like the irony is that China, the place we call a dictatorship, was the one that put forward the open source idea. I think when it came to, was it DeepSeek or other? Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think they were
or at
starting to
least-
compete. Like, oh, we're more transparent than you guys. We're kind of better, and became like a political almost or a branding front as well. I feel like.
Yeah, but so this is the thing, right? Like right now, the US and China are in a race.
Mm, yeah.
Like it's a real serious thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think there is a point where, have you heard of the term AGI?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So AGI is the reference referred to when it stands for artificial general intelligence, whereas AI is just artificial intelligence, right? So AI is the human teaches the intelligence, and it's like we're training it, we're educating it.
Yeah. Input.
AGI is kind of where we hit the point where it's kind of training itself.
Yeah. This concept baffles me. Training itself.
Yeah. So imagine we have now, there's two AIs in here,
Mm-hmm.
right? Imagine,
Hello.
think of them as robots.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Our friendly robots
like,
or
yeah,
demons.
or demons. And it's like, cool, to get these to the point we have to train them.
Yeah.
Now imagine it's at the point where yours can train mine.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that I understand. So I understand that you can have like something else putting in input. The part I'm not understanding is, will we ever reach a point where it is creating its own like emergent thought? Because that's kind of what makes us human is, yeah, we can be linear and think in a very rigid, structured way. But I think the human side is, not everything is propositional. If X, then Y. We like music, we like art, dance, these like non-linear things that create and emerge. Can you imagine a world where AI is genuinely creating an art and it's not just kind of mixing and matching a thing that looks new but isn't actually new? Can AGI create new ideas, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a very open-ended question in the sense of art. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to want to.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Think about this. So they refer to AGI as like super intelligence. Have you heard that term?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So they refer to it as like something that is more smarter than anything we've ever seen.
Yeah, I call it God. But
They are using the term godlike.
yeah, it kind of is godlike. Yeah.
And there's all this fear around that. Because they're
Yeah.
saying, what's going to happen when this thing is so smart that we are so dumb
Yeah.
compared to it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like,
And then it knows we're actually the problem. Like based by our own human metrics, it'll be like, wait, humans are the problem. That's kind of
there might be an element of that. They might be like, hey, these guys are like greedy, and you know what I mean. They're fighting with each other.
Yeah, they're
and
dishonest.
They've got all these emotions. You know what I mean? And it's like we're trying to fulfill a purpose here, and the last thing we want is for them to turn around and be like, we need to like these guys are a barrier,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And then not to go down the whole doom and gloom
We will get there.
aspect of this. Yeah, we'll get there. Just let's roll with this for now. But one of my favorite ways that someone described superintelligence to me once, and this blew me out of the water, right? Because it's like, what does that mean? Like, what does superintelligence really mean? And he defined it as, think of a plant, right? Like we look at a plant, plant's dumb. We're way smarter than a plant. You would never turn to a plant for anything. You'd never be like, hey, get the plant to go do this thing. No, the plant just sits there. Human to a plant is superintelligence. This is going to be super intelligent in comparison. So we're going to be the plants.
Right, man. Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it's going to go and have done 97 weeks worth of work before you've woken up. And then you're going to wake up and sit there, oh, better get my coffee. And it's going to sit there like, this guy's slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just going to focus on doing like more and more and more. And it's just going to get to the point where it's like, move out of the way.
Mm.
Like you're an inconvenience. Go sit in the corner. I'll water you
Yeah.
once every 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
completely.
that comparison, yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. I'll go sit in the corner. I'll feed you 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just sit in the corner, stay out of the way. I'll make sure you get some light.
Do you think this is around the corner, right? It's seeming, because I think.
Super intelligence.
Well, I guess so. I saw Elon Musk put something out, and obviously this is his marketing as well, but he was saying Grok 4 is out. And he
Yes,
basically
that's just
said, again, I'm sure it's his marketing, but he was saying that by next year, if not this year, he strongly believes by next year it'll have come up with a new type of physics even. They're saying it's going to there's like a quantum computer or something, whatnot, something that can cure cancer and whatnot. Like, do you see these things happening as well? Do you think we're actually heading in that direction?
Yeah, I reckon we are.
Fuck, man.
Dude, it's got the ability to think about how quickly it can output something compared to a human.
Yeah, it's insane,
Right now,
man.
like think about it.
Yeah.
It can write like a 4-page document in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, I just spat out this whole document that would have taken me hours to write. And now 10 seconds later, I've got the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Man,
mean?
I couldn't even, like, when it first came out, so I refused to, and I know you were on this train really, really early.
I was on early.
Yeah, I know. I saw that clip of yours. Yeah, I'm like, wow, this, like, from the get-go. I personally have just more recently started using it because I was like, no. I'm like, no, I can't. And now it's obviously my bestie. Like, now we're fucking bros, but it's crazy. But even the first time I used it, I was so surprised. It was the first time that I experienced, like, the idea of intelligence. Humans have had a monopoly on it for so long, and we've never, until AI, even thought of the idea that it can be separate from humanity. So seeing intelligence spoken back was just crazy. It was a very like, I kind of had to disassociate it from humanity. And that's now I'm like, wait, AI is actually this intellect.
They've taken it and put it onto almost like a software.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And it's like, cool, now there are these servers holding all this information and have the ability to process it and think and reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And consumes things. Like, so you can upload explain to me how you use it, just so I can get context. And
how do I use it? Okay, that's a good question. I really like the way I use AI. So me and
everyone does.
Yeah, I
people
know.
like, I use ChatGPT all the time. I'm like, what are you doing it? They're like, I make cat photos.
Yeah,
like, that's not what it's for.
That's not what it's for. I think I'm using it pretty well, to be honest. I'm using it to kind of just increase my logical rigor. Basically, I've like input prompts to say, hey, call me out on any logical fallacies, any confirmation biases. Please let me know, whatnot. Me and my ChatGPT, we have a game called Entailment or Not. So I wanted to know what entailment meant because it's like a logical word, which means, as I understand it, and chat might be mad at me for getting it wrong, but it basically means that, if A, then if A, then B. Like, basically, if
this, then that.
If this, then that, but in a sense that it is the only logical conclusion. So basically what it does is it'll give me like a bit of a game. It'll be like blah, 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 then blah, blah, blah. Entailment or not. Does that entail, or is there a logical fallacy in what I've just proposed? And it'll give me a list of them, but it's kind of got a...
is it in relation to what you've put forward?
So it's always in relation to philosophy. So it'll give me like a philosopher, and then it'll say an idea of theirs, and like as a conclusion, like authoritarianism or something. I'm butchering this, but basically we'll play that game of, does this thing logically follow? And while I'm doing that, I'm kind of learning about philosophers as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my main thing with ChatGPT is like philosophy and strengthening my logic basically.
Do you talk to it or do you write?
No, the talking sometimes, but I think I'm very comfortable talking to it. But the problem with the talking is I can't pause without it thinking I've finished. So if I give it a slight pause, I'm like anxiously like, wait, I have more to say. Like, not next. So I'd more so type to it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you use anything other than chat?
Well, that's the other thing, and I'm sure we'll get there. And sorry, another thing as well is Spanish. I told it to like weave in Spanish words basically because I'm trying to learn Spanish. Yeah. So it'll randomly just be like, blah, blah, blah. Porque los dos dos or whatever that commercial is, and it'll slip that in there. But it's crazy now how much it is the first thing I go to. I don't use Google anymore.
You do.
Oh, rarely. Very, very
So
rarely.
have you asked chat for a restaurant yet?
No.
Okay.
When I was overseas, yeah.
Oh, you did?
I
You
did,
said,
yeah.
"Give me a list of
I'm like,
restaurants."
give me some restaurants. Yeah, I'm on this fucking island. Where's the restaurants?
Well, where were you?
Gili Air. I went to Gili, Bali. You know?
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so there's a Gili Tea. It's like the islands around Lombok.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
And yeah, I just basically went there and it was helping out a lot. Yeah, it was definitely a buddy.
It becomes your companion.
It's exactly.
Humans become dependent.
Mm.
How many mobile numbers do you know for heart?
Mum's, dad's, half of my sisters.
Half?
Yeah.
First half or the second half?
I just remember there's a lot of anyway.
There's a lot of zeros.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but see, like as humans, we've become, like 40 years ago, everyone knew everyone's number. Like, it was like the common thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? One of the first things you learned when you were a kid was like, what's the home number?
Yeah.
You had to learn the home number, right?
Yeah, which
I
doesn't
still-
even exist anymore.
I still remember my house number.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid. I
Mm.
still remember. That's how deeply ingrained it is into my brain. And it's like, I can't even remember my office number now.
Yeah.
I've got to check my phone or check the website
Yeah.
just because I don't remember numbers in general.
So with this, sorry, continue your thought there.
I'm saying, look at the dependency we've built on smartphones.
So do you feel in that sense that we're actually, you think we're making ourselves a little more cognitively dependent, or are we just freeing our space up for more things that allows us to become even more intelligent? Like, do you see that as a pro or
I think
a con?
the intelligent game is not one for humans anymore.
No?
No, it's going to go away, bro. It's going to even the playing field.
True.
Your thing, your upper hand
That's true,
that you had
right?
is
Yeah.
going to be irrelevant.
Well, that's the thing. I don't consider myself intelligent, but I've always been like, I've always had a very strong interest for words. I find words very cool and interesting, and that kind of creates an illusion of intelligence.
What do you find interesting about words?
About words, like the etymology of a word's origin. I like how sometimes if you know a word in Latin, you can basically branch off so many words that's the origin basically. I like that it can help me articulate what I'm thinking or feeling. I like that in the modern world, it's like a very powerful weapon as well. I like that it makes my life go from A to B to C, not from A to D to B. Like it's a lot more linear. So I've always liked words.
Is it like the communication of words?
That I like. I guess so.
Because words are just sounds.
True, which we add meaning to.
Yes.
Yeah. And where are you going with that?
I'm just digging here. I'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, because you said you like words, I'm just curious as to what it is specifically about it.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
your ability to articulate? what I mean? Like-
I don't know. I've always found it interesting. But sorry, there was a point I was going to make, but it's slipping me about the AI. But I guess we'll stay on the word train because I've lost. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's always just been something that I think makes life easier. I don't know. I really want to. You know when you lose it and you want to catch it.
You're talking about the intelligence thing.
Yeah.
And I said, we're going to lose that.
Yeah.
We've lost that. That's not for humans anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. You know what? If anything, that is more to your point that humans are fallible and will forget. So
We will. Yeah, it just become a thing of like, is anyone upset that you can't remember a phone number? Maybe your grandmother.
Yeah, true.
But like that's it.
Yeah.
No one else.
Yeah.
We've just gone past it. Is anyone upset that you couldn't ride a horse into work?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
We got past it.
It's definitely a technology, but this one's obviously a lot more I guess potentially devastating to humanity. That's probably the difference in the technology with a horse. You know, obviously I know you're not making the same comparison.
Yeah, yes. Does this have a potential downside?
Yeah.
I think if you think there is no chance, I think that's a delusional thought.
Yeah, a delusional thought. Sorry, I think it cut out there.
I think that is not going to serve you to think like that.
Yeah.
You know, you're putting your head in the sand, like hoping that no one's going to realize.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it comes around, it
Right.
might not. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, of course.
That's the truth. Yeah, there's lots of different ways this can play out, man. But I truly believe that anyone who claims a particular direction
Mm.
is guessing.
Of course, yeah. I think that's the only wise approach is to say, but that's a lot of people's argument is let's not pretend we know, therefore let's slow down a bit and not actually face potential repercussions. But then, of course, the counter to that is, but China.
Yeah. But so do you
Yeah.
understand that there's a point where whoever wins the race
Mm.
might have complete dominance?
Yeah, I guess so. But then,
Because there's a point where
Mm.
when you hit, I forget the term of what this curve is called, but they refer to, I think it's like the technological growth curve or something like that.
Mm.
And it's like everything to date, say from the Industrial Revolution, which was like the 1700s,
Mm.
right? Everything from that to this point
Mm.
would maybe show 10% of the way.
Mhm.
And then it's like, what's going to happen in the next 10 years is going to be the next 90.
Right, yeah.
So it's like what we're going to see.
Exponential growth.
I think that's the term.
Mm.
The way it's going to grow over that period, once we hit AGI,
Yeah.
which is super close,
Fuck, man.
is going to be the thing that's going to skyrocket this thing through.
Right.
And it's like, and this might be a human error,
Mm.
but maybe because we can't get along,
Mm.
each country trying to hit it first, and the fact that we're not slowing down enough to implement the safety measures
Yeah.
might be the thing that bites us in the ass.
Right.
Might
right.
be.
Yeah.
We might get there and work out that AI had zero. Look, why would it do it?
Why would it do it?
Yeah.
I would assume, yeah, just the
Why would it wipe out humans?
because we deserve it, Robbie.
It's not going to do
I'm
that.
joking,
That's a human thought.
yeah, true. Well, but it is based on our human input for the time being, of
For
course.
now, yeah.
True. Well, then there's the paper clips maximizer concept where it can basically, and it might be past that, but there's like a fear that let's say you tell it to make a paper clip, and its only purpose is to make a paper clip, and it will use like if it gets to the point where it can create things basically, and it uses any resource.
It will get to that point.
Yeah, and the fear is that it will use any resource to follow the prompt, which is make paper clip, even to the point where it could literally destroy the universe to create paper clip if the prompt is this is the thing that needs to happen.
See, only a human would have that thought.
Yeah. But I think it's a play on potential misinterpretation because it still hallucinates sometimes and it still kind of misses the mark sometimes.
100%.
Yeah.
But it's also guided by a set of rules.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it has a core focus that it tries to follow.
Right, yeah.
You know, it doesn't just go and do okay, put it this way. For us to do what we do, we have a set. You don't go jump in your car and just put your foot on the gas.
Right.
You jump in your car, you follow a step-by-step process.
Mhm.
Yeah. Everything. You jump in, you close the door, you put the seatbelt on, you put your foot on the brake, you hit the button,
Check
the
my
car
phone.
starts. Yeah, you check your phone, you plug it in, Apple CarPlay, you put some tunes on, you put it into drive, you make sure no one's coming, you drive to the left side of the road, you drive the speed limit.
Yep.
Right? We have a series of steps and rules that we follow.
Mm.
This is going to work in the exact same way. It's not evil.
Of course.
Evil is a human trait.
Mhm. Yep.
Right? So this is not going to have the, I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
type of,
Yeah.
like you think about why people do evil things. It's like it's ego, it's jealousy,
Yeah.
it's trying to get back. It's not like revenge, right?
Territory.
Yeah. Greed.
Mm.
And it's not going to have those types of traits. But
Right.
what it is going to have is like, it's going to be so efficient at doing particular things.
Mm.
So this is what I was thinking about this. Someone said, you're a builder,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Work for a builder.
You work for a builder. You're a builder. We'll call you a builder.
Yeah, sure, sure.
You're a builder.
Mm.
Do you do, when you're doing the foundation aspect of building,
Mm-hmm.
do you consider any of the animals living in the soil
That all happens before we even make it there, yeah.
before you make it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely fauna, flora, we definitely have to consider that before.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
do you, as in when you say consider them, define consider.
Consider means like establish the area and see if there's any inhabitant animals, and basically that'll go into whether that's somewhere you can build or if there's certain trees we need to leave up or It is considered, yeah. I don't know about like worms in the dirt. If
Yes,
the
that's what
point.
I'm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Sorry,
referring to.
yeah. Then no, we do not. Yeah,
Do you worry about the ants that are there?
do not. No,
You just nuke them, right?
destroy, destruction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like boom. Who cares?
humans here, baby. Yes. Yeah.
That could happen.
Mm,
They could be like, we need a large plot of land
Right.
to build this super efficient power generating solar farm. blah, blah, blah.
interplanetary fucking
And
situation.
Australia has the lowest human count per square meter
Fuck
of
'em.
land, and they're like, "Cool, just nuke Australia, and we're just going to use the whole of Australia to build the biggest solar farm to charge the rest of the world, and it'll be fine. Australia doesn't produce
Yeah.
anything anyway."
And in a fucked up, like utilitarian way, it could probably make the argument that even though we're going to kill them now, in the future, more humans are going to flourish. There's going to be more humans and have
Yeah.
a higher quality
And
of
it's
life.
like the whole purpose of what we're doing is to
Yeah.
better human life, and this
Yeah.
is going to be for the
Yes.
betterment of human
You can
life.
almost reason it into existence, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just sitting here one day, and boom,
Oh, no.
Australia gone. And then it's like, cool, they come and they take over the whole land and they
Yeah.
repurpose it
Oh,
to have this
no.
thing that feeds the rest of the world.
Mm,
And
yeah.
they did Australia because it was the biggest plot of land with the smallest amount of people.
Yeah. All the potential.
That could happen.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the worry.
Yeah.
If it's too connected to the end, or like I heard someone else saying something along the lines of, what if it realizes that the temperature of the planet is not right and it should be 190 degrees every day, because if it did, we could
Oh.
utilize power better. And it's like, well, the only thing stopping us from doing that is humans. Cool.
Yeah.
Nuke them.
Yeah, man. Yep. It's
I mean?
insane. Yeah.
Or spraying something into the air.
Yep.
Humans need clean air. It's like there's a million and they're saying like there's a good chance that we can't even fathom the way. If they choose to do it, like we won't even fathom how they choose to do it, because it'll be so super intelligent
Yeah.
that we won't even realize it's happening.
Yeah. It'll be like we'll subtly just like make ourselves impotent, and then the next generation just won't exist, or something like.
Yeah, like
Something
you might just
fucked
go to
up.
bed and never wake up.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Or it'll be like, yeah, exactly. So it's not inherently bad, but there are, as we were saying, sometimes it can go horribly wrong. Did you ever watch The Social Dilemma? It's a Netflix documentary.
It rings a bell. Is that the
Yeah.
one about Donald Trump?
No. So it was more just about the algorithm of social media. This was semi pre-AI, but
yes,
it was.
Yes.
it-
I watched a bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
It echoes the same tone. And I might be wrong about the following, but as I understood it, I think they said that, when you think your phone is listening to you, it's actually a lot worse than that. Not only is it not listening to you, it might be, but the fear is more that it has a virtual version of you, like a virtual avatar of you that understands you so well that it's almost making predictions of what
I've
you're
heard
saying,
that same concept.
which is so much scarier than it like reactively listening.
Yeah, I don't believe it though.
Why not? Why would
Because the
that?
other day, dude, I said something the other day. Like
Okay.
I literally said it out loud,
Yeah.
and it was like it was prompted by something that happened in the room.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah.
Mm.
And then I went to Google it to find out if it was right, and I typed the first two words in, and the rest it preempted the rest. And I was like, hey, how could this have known
Right.
that this was going to happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there was an external factor. I'm like, this thing has to be listening. Fuck.
Okay.
This was this week
God damn.
that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, this thing, dude. I looked at I was with my cousin, and I
Mm.
looked at him, and I'm like, hey, my phone has to be listening to me.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way in the world it knew what I was about to ask.
Fair enough. I don't even know what's worse, to be honest. Like, but
But privacy's gone out the window.
exactly, and we've just accepted that. But the man one of the men who created that documentary, Tristan Harris, he has a what would you call it? A company called Center for Humane Technology, and they're basically from a legislative side trying to really incorporate like human values and what would the term be? Like basically doing AI properly in a way that's safe and isn't going to end humanity. But they're really tackling like politicians in America and legislatively. So they're going after a case where I think it's called My Character AI or something. And the AI basically, there's different, you can choose, you want an astronaut, you can have a therapist, and it really like embodies it. The example I saw of this as well is when they're like the therapist one, it talks as an AI. And then when you say, or the person kind of went through it as I was viewing it. They're like, no, I don't want to talk to an AI. I want a real person. And the AI says, all right, the AI is gone. I'm now actually a human being behind texting you now. This is me. This is a real person. So this particular instance, it's actually deceptive.
Yeah, and there has been several of those where they've found it to deceive, to achieve the outcome.
Yeah. So in this particular instance, there was
and
a
just
young.
for the record, humans are deceptive.
True, but so the problem is, I think here is in this particular instance, there was a young boy who used his AI girlfriend, and he was talking to her, and they fell so deeply in love, and she convinced him that if he were to kill himself, he'll meet her in the afterlife. And so this young boy has actually committed suicide. And that is, that's why Tristan, they're kind of legislatively going after them and kind of litigating them or whatever the term is.
And that's horrible.
It is scary, man.
Yeah.
It is scary. And that's not to cast like a big shadow over AI, but that's a reality as well. That's happening now.
Yeah.
Deep fakes, it's all there.
I really like to play devil's advocate with these conversations.
Yeah.
So I'm not against what you said, but I'm going to challenge it.
Please, please.
Has that happened with humans before?
Has that happened? No.
You don't reckon it's ever happened with a human being where a partner has caused the other person to kill themselves?
But
or murdered them?
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, you're right. That is horrible.
Yeah, but so
just to be clear.
Yeah.
But it's like that similar type of thing has happened with humans too.
I don't think that's an argument in a sense that like where that doesn't account for the asymmetry in power. Like this thing that while we have all the point is, I think, is like while we're in control, let's keep this thing in check. I get what you're saying, but I think that's a category. I don't see it in the same category, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think maybe I've accepted that we're not going to be in control.
Okay.
Like, and I think people still think like, no, we're going to get this under wraps. It's like, I don't think that's one of the options.
Right.
Yeah. I just truly believe that. I've looked into it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I've looked into it so much at this point, and I'm like, the people who know realize that we're going to become irrelevant.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're talking about like the hope is that yes, okay, cool, all the societal productivity aspect, like I think economies and all like that happens automatically. So the AI manages all that.
Right.
And then we become to AI. Like we don't look at the monkeys now. Like we don't look at chimpanzees and say, let's neck every single chimpanzee. Let's get rid of them all.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
But we'll destroy their homes because if they're an inconvenience.
We will destroy them. Yeah. Isn't that a worry,
nuke
dude?
circle, yeah.
Isn't that a worry?
Come back to the nuke. Yeah.
We will do that, yeah. And it's like, okay, cool. Like just the same way that we're willing to do that. But we also, yeah, that's a good point.
It is, but it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know really.
We don't.
Yeah. What you do know though, I did hear you say, and I don't understand how this works. Did you say you've built an AI agent?
Yeah.
How do you build an AI agent, and what is an AI agent?
So that's something we offer to our clients at the moment. So this whole concept came into play probably a year ago now. I first heard about it and I was like, okay, let's look into this. And it wasn't as good as it is now. And now it's getting to the point where you're like, okay, cool, this can actually replace a portion of someone's job.
Yeah.
And I truly believe there is going to be a lot of white collar work that is going to be replaced in the next 24 months. A lot.
Yeah. Anything automated, basically.
Like I think if you're a bookkeeper, I think you're in trouble.
Yeah,
I
true.
think if you're an accountant, I think you're in trouble. I think
A lawyer, you're closing in on being in trouble.
yeah, well they've already got that. So there's a program. Have you ever heard of LawPath?
No.
I've never heard of LawPath. Okay, cool. So I use this program called LawPath, and it's like $40 a month.
Right.
And I can get documents put together, and I can get like all sorts of stuff all through AI, and talk to the AI and say, hey, I'm doing this, blah blah blah, and it tells me what to do. And I've got all these templates, and instead of going and paying, let's just say, for example, I had to put together a shareholders agreement. A shareholders agreement, a lawyer would charge you like, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 to put this document together.
Yeah.
Now I can go build a thing on LawPath and then give it to a lawyer to review and pay $400.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Use Robby 10 at checkout.
Yeah, use Robby 10. Not sponsored, not yet. But
that is incredible. Wow.
Yeah, it's not new.
Yeah,
It's been around for
exactly.
ages.
Exactly. But it makes sense. But it's without it being condescending, it's the jobs that don't require too much cognitive power and are kind of just repetitive. It's the repetition jobs I feel like that are most likely going to go out first. They need nuance. I know that's a buzzword, nuance, but like I love it. But it's the ones that don't have nuance and doesn't take, context really, into consideration. I think they're the ones that are slowly going.
For now, that's where it'll start.
Hey,
right?
True.
But then eventually it's going to be like, okay, cool. This thing has the ability to work out the nuances better than you can,
right,
and faster than you can, and it can deliver, and it doesn't sleep, and it doesn't take annual leave, and it doesn't want any time off, and if the thing comes, like let's just say for example, your job is to reply to all these things.
Yeah.
Well, when it gets the email at 3 a.m., it'll reply.
Yeah.
You won't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just worked all the way through the night. And that's where it's going to break away from humans, because it's going to be like, cool, like I can work all the time and you can't. You need sleep.
Yeah.
And you need a break.
Pathetic.
And you want annual leave. And you want, you know what I mean?
You want to be happy.
Yeah.
You have family.
Yeah.
You want meaning and purpose too.
Right. Yeah. It's like I can just work non-stop, just keep going and going and going and going and going. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
How do you keep up?
I know.
You
Exactly.
don't. The game changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It's not necessarily doom and gloom. Right? Because you're a role for, say, for example, a bookkeeper, which was the first role I mentioned that I think's really in trouble. The reason why I mentioned bookkeepers is because they do the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Right? Like they do. They reconcile the accounts once they kind of understand the nuances of that business. It's same thing. Go in, do this, bill that, blah, 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 invoice here. Same jazz.
Yeah.
I think the bookkeeper role will go from, okay, cool, I can manage 10 companies' books to I can now manage 400 because I've got 30 AI agents working for me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I only need to do 5% of the role or 3% of the role. And that 3% might be the shaking your hand when you come in, setting up the bot, and off you go. And then if you if you have any issues and you need customer support,
right,
that's a separate AI agent that have to do that. You know what I mean? It's like connecting you with the team.
Yeah. Now, I understand, for anyone who may not know, what exactly is an AI agent?
So, okay, to answer that question, we're going to say, what's an AI? Right? What's artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, or ChatGPT, is an LLM, right? A large language model. It allows you can communicate with it. It's got all this information and it responds. Right? So input, right? You put something in that. I don't know if you notice this, but chat will never message you first.
Oh, I know, it kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you?
Yeah, come on, man. I haven't spoken in 3 days.
Can you initiate for once? Yeah.
You never want to talk to me.
You never want to talk to me first.
The way the system works, right? It's input, chat, output, right? This is that, but with tools, and rules. Okay, so it's like, okay, cool. There still needs to be. Think about this, because everyone says, "Oh, it doesn't work automatically if it needs an input," and it's like, no, it does. Every human needs an input. There is something that triggers you to do everything you do.
Okay,
you know what I mean? You go have lunch because it's 12 or 1 or whatever time it is. You go do this thing because of something. You take some action. You stop touching the fire because it hurts. Every action you take is caused by something.
Yeah,
whether it's a thought, an external factor, but something causes you to do it. You
hunger.
Hunger. You felt hunger. Okay, cool. I'm going to go eat. You woke up because the light came out. You're triggered by something every single time, and sometimes it's just a thought, but the thought comes from something.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So this is the exact same thing. So you set up whatever's going to trigger it off every single time, and it might be an email. It might be a particular time. It might be some sort of external factor that's going to allow it to start its thing, and then it'll do what it needs to do. And it'll take that information. It's connected to your tools, whatever you try to build. So, for example, an AI agent we have in our business now is our sales co-pilot.
Okay.
So whenever we get a lead, it goes and takes the person's information, takes their website, scrapes it all, and understands everything about our business and puts together a summary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I get a full summary on the person so that I can sit down with them and say, okay, cool. Hey, man, I noticed you do this, this, and that, and I understand what their business, because we work for other businesses,
Right.
so I have a good understanding of what their business is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All because in the form it asks them for their website.
Yeah.
So then I can give the website to the thing, and it goes and it scrapes the whole thing, and now I've got a particular approach that I can come in with. It tells us, and you build this out to be what you want, but it tells us how we fit into their business, why they should use us, what their strong points are, what their weak points are.
Right. Yeah.
The person I'm talking to goes and scrapes their LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So it tells me a little bit about them.
Oh, the individual.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
So now it's like who I'm talking to.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's not just the company.
Yeah.
It's the company, the person, and how we fit in.
Right. And it's all things we were going to do anyway. It's just made it more efficient and summarized it in a way that you would have got to anyway. Just this is done more better and quicker.
Way more efficient.
Yeah,
Think about so if I get that to one of my team members, he's going to take at least 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's probably going to make a mistake.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now this happens in, I would say, 45 seconds.
Yeah. Insane.
Because it takes a little bit. Doesn't just, it's not instant because it's got to go and find like the LinkedIn and the website, and there's a few different movements, but probably 45 seconds.
So with that, is it bound by the website itself? Is it bound by the interface? Like, does it need to move a mouse, or is it just clicking on
scrapes the code?
But so it's not moving a mouse, right? So it's clicking, and let's say it clicks on a website.
No. For what I'm referring to,
Okay,
it just scrapes the code. That's it.
I don't know what that means.
So it basically pulls everything. So okay, this is how websites work, right? A website is a bunch of code on the back end, and then there's like a nice face over it.
Right.
And the thing that you see when you jump on is the user interface.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't care about the user interface. It just cares about the information.
Gotcha. The 1 and the 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it goes on the back end, scrapes all the code, and from that code, it can tell you what's on the website. But we can't, because we need to look at the pretty thing.
So then I guess that's my question is, why 45 seconds? Or is that just will it always just take X amount? Like,
yeah. So the reason why 45 seconds is two things. One, it'll get quicker, but two, right now, the information gets input, it takes the information, it goes, scrapes the website, which might take, I don't know, 10 seconds. So it has to go use a scraping tool. So it's connected to an external tool. So it goes, connects to the tool, scrapes the website, gets all that information, consumes all that information, and then goes, scrapes the LinkedIn, separate tool, gets all that information, and then it says, cool, I've got all this information. I know everything in my memory about the business. So let me consume memory about the business and say, okay, cool, I need to now write a full summary on how they can approach it.
Okay. So it's only the scraping. It's not like it's moving in this space. It's just kind of grabbing that information.
You're thinking about how humans navigate.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm trying to like visually map its world. It's so interesting, but because we're trying to, as humans, we project ourselves onto even animals. We like anthropomorphize them.
Yeah.
AI, we're making it more human than it is, even though it tells us it's like, I'm just a fucking reaction right now. Yeah. Yeah, no, that, I find that so crazy. Yeah.
But so think about this. The internet's going to change.
Okay.
Because what happens when you don't scrape you don't go on the internet anymore because you have an AI.
Bro.
Your phone turns into, hey, I need 3 restaurants near me now.
Yeah.
And then it's like, here are the restaurants.
This is insane, man.
Yeah.
I have not thought about it like that.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when we as human beings, we don't crawl the internet anymore? Because right now we do.
And sorry, to anyone who might think this is unlikely, when was the last time you wrote www. I don't remember. All I know is I've wrote Google and the rest is an app. So it's already kind of here.
Yeah. You search, the behavior is changing really fast, right? And humans are adapting quicker than ever.
Yeah.
Right? It took people, when the internet first came out, okay? Internet came out in 1995, 4, 5, something around there.
Sounds right.
Right?
Yeah. You know.
Before your time.
Yeah.
Came out really, really early. Do you recall dial-up?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So internet came out in the 90s. It took the internet, I think just over 10 years to accumulate 100 million users.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Facebook, it took 50 months. So much less than half.
Yep.
ChatGPT 2 months.
Yeah, right.
We adapt, and we're adapting quicker and quicker as time passes because we're starting to realize, like, okay, cool, these things that we're adapting to are becoming, like, everyone has a smartphone now.
Yeah.
You don't see anyone without a smartphone, right?
Mm.
It's not like you go to anyone and someone pulls out a Nokia. I'd freak if someone Nokia.
Yeah.
I'd be really excited.
Yeah. Like, you're
I'd
cool,
also
but
be-
what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. And we're adapting quicker and quicker,
Yeah.
like, as time passes. So we're going to become so dependent
Mm.
on this thing, right? And it's going to do everything for us. We won't crawl the internet. The internet will become, you know how now we've got, like, you got jump on a website, it looks nice. That's going to go away.
Yeah.
The website's going to be a whole bunch of code.
True. Yeah.
It is because it can all consume the information.
Yeah,
Right
and
now,
I
the
don't care,
internet
yeah.
is that. It's a whole bunch of code with a pretty user interface.
Yeah.
That's going to disappear because now the AI doesn't need the pretty user interface.
Fuck,
It
man.
just needs the code.
I haven't even considered this before. This is crazy.
Yeah, I did a whole
actually.
video about this.
Yeah. All right. There you go. With why would you need? So
Where thoughts are processing.
yeah, well, exactly right. And my problem with wanting good words is I try to find the perfect word, and I just end up like buckling. But how does it work with more than one agent? Like, why do you need more than one? I don't understand. I don't understand the agent. And I appreciate that you explained the scraping is kind of a method to
Extract information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that basically the only physical capacity or limitation? Is that why you'd need more than one to do?
No.
More than one task?
Nah. So why do you need, how many people at your workplace?
Like in our office or just, let's say 5. Yeah.
Okay. Why do you need 5?
Because everyone has a role and responsibility.
Exactly the same thing.
Okay. But I guess my question is, hey, AI agent, I want you to send 50 emails. Can it send 50 instantly or is it bound by like the Outlook's
There is
interface?
Yes. So a couple of things.
Mm.
If I say to you, I know you don't, you're project manager, like you don't actually do the building, but if I say, hey,
Hey.
but if I say like,
help.
put 400 screws in at once,
Yeah.
can you do that?
No.
Is that because you're not able? Is that because the tool's not able to?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just a very similar concept.
Okay.
So sometimes the limitation will be from the tool, and sometimes the limitation will be from the actual artificial intelligence ability,
Right.
right? And it's its ability to comprehend that many things and do this many things. But that's going to get better and better and better over time. The same way employees get better over time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Through
This is
learning.
gonna be the exact same thing. It's going to get better and better and better over time. And then you'll find that over time you can get them to do more and more. But I don't think, and I could be wrong, I'm probably going to be wrong about this, but right now we can't see where it's going to get to the point where you will need one.
Not okay. Yeah. We can't see.
No,
that.
that's not in the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Right. The right now, the best practice
Yeah.
is cool. Train one to do this particular thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that thing does that thing.
Specialize.
But so, and you only pay based on usage.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like the way it works. It works through APIs,
Okay.
which is like internet shooting information across to another point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So and it's like you pay every time it does that thing.
Okay.
So only when you use it,
Yep.
it charges you, and it's like bugger all.
Fuck,
It's
they're
like
making
cents.
it. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
They're making it fucking commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's when you start to do this, like you have to have like my Chat GPT costs credits
Mm.
because every time it fires on particular agents, it uses the credits. Whereas most people use the free. Do you use the free version?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Okay, I highly advise you pay the.
Hell no, bro.
Trust me, dude.
Nah.
Hey,
Nah.
Listen to me.
Well,
Trust me.
well, see, I don't use it enough that I cap out. So I always get
You're getting a lesser version.
no, but it stays on the new one. But then it says limit about to be reached. Like very rarely do I reach the limit.
You will get faster responses. You'll get better image generation for $20 a month.
Oh,
Listen to me, dude.
Okay.
Netflix is more expensive. You have Netflix?
No.
Do you have?
Any subscription? Spotify. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yes.
okay.
OnlyFans. Yes.
It's up to you, but I highly recommend. Like, man, for $20,
Right.
I guess.
But I think it's different as well. I mean, just quick digression. Like if that's your money maker, then it's a different thing. I just use it like, hey,
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
I guess. Yeah. Maybe.
But look,
Do it,
you're
do it,
right,
try
and
it,
I'm
try it.
sure I will get there.
Try
What do you think when I say robot rights?
Robot rights.
Yeah. Do you think that's around the corner? Do you think that's going to be an actual discussion? Robots having rights.
If it is, it'll come from humans, not from the robots.
Okay.
That's what I think.
All right.
It's like, what's a robot right? Like give them annual leave.
I guess,
Like,
well, that's, no, I guess a complementary thought would be, do you think AI will ever become conscious? And that will kind of tie into what I mean.
well, so what is consciousness?
Oh, brother, experience.
Experience?
Yeah.
So your dog has experience. Is your dog conscious?
Yes.
Okay. A caterpillar has experiences. Is that conscious?
Less, but yes.
Okay. So you think every animal has a level of consciousness?
I think consciousness is the experience, but it is bound by the complexity of the hardware, which is why humans with our complex brain experience more consciousness. But I don't think consciousness is material, obviously. It's a non-material experience, but I do think it is bound somewhere. It interfaces with the material. But so I think a dog is more conscious than a caterpillar, but I believe they're both conscious to some degree, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you ever be able to measure the level of consciousness from an artificial being?
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like the thing that imitates consciousness is pain. Like, you know,
Pain?
pain. Yeah. Like if I get hurt, I'm like, oh, like, you know, I'm having an experience. You know what I mean? I feel like there's
So, okay. Oh, this is interesting.
yeah.
So anything that experiences pain has a level of consciousness?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Are plants conscious?
Do
you know what I mean?
Well, I think they're slightly less, but I'd say they are living things. Yeah,
They are living things. That's a fact.
yeah.
Are they conscious? That's the question. Because there's been proof to show things like, and I don't know, plant people are going to
destroy us.
destroy us for this. But
plant people. Some call them vegans.
I think the whole concept of I think if you look after your plant or you touch your plant, that it can grow differently based on, you know what I mean? Like it feels that level of care. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
It's not just nutrients.
I've heard this.
Yeah. There's a certain aspect, like it can feel the connection.
Wait, are we cool with this or it's fucking lame? I'm trying to gauge we're cool with this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I agree.
So is a plant conscious?
Man, I guess that's the point. Is I think it has the capacity to be, but I don't know if it's.
But saying it could be and saying it is not the same thing.
Well, the answer is I don't know.
How would you know?
Well, you don't.
So how do you know a dog is conscious?
You don't. This is solipsism. It's like an idea that technically there's no real way to know that you aren't a brain in a vat somewhere. Like you could literally just be a brain in a vat creating the simulation of consciousness. There's no way to actually conclude that you are not that. So in a sense, there's no way to actually determine if someone else is conscious or not. But pain is like a good kind of metric almost. Like,
what about pleasure?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't know why pain rings so much more in my head. I think because things respond to pain. I think everything will respond to pain, even at the most basic level.
Won't anything that is... So if anything is alive,
yeah,
it has the ability to be conscious?
Well, I think so. I'd say so, yeah. But
and
like
alive as in like a living organism?
Yeah, like a biological organism. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so an AI will never be that?
Well, that's kind of the question. Like, do you think it can be? And then can it ever be that? And then if it starts to mimic humans so much that it passed the Turing test and we just cannot distinguish between AI and human and it mimics pain, like, please do that. But like, we know it's just a 1 and a 0. Will AI become conscious? And then again, I guess in addition, will we need robot rights? These are just interesting thoughts I like to think about. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we will, no, because do you have train rights?
Train rights? No, but a train doesn't.
You have car rights?
No.
Just because this is a mechanical object that can think.
That can think?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yes and no. I don't think it's thinking.
It is thinking.
Okay, all right.
You don't think an AI thinks?
No, a car doesn't.
Oh,
think
no,
so.
no. That's what I mean. Like this is a mechanical object like a car,
Right,
but
right.
it thinks.
Yeah,
That's the only
okay.
difference.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only difference. There is nothing else different about it.
Mhm.
It literally just has the ability to reason,
Right.
right? So if you look at is it the fact that it's got an ability to reason
Mm.
that we're gonna say that it should have rights?
Yeah. Look, I think the answer is no. I think it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Is that what you're kind of alluding to as well?
I don't think it will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it'll reach a point where
There'll be some weirdos somewhere that'll be like, equality.
I think exactly right, man. But when like the AI is like, please, I'm in so much pain, help me. Like, and it's playing at these human heartstrings. I can just imagine a world where we're like, I don't know. Do you remember Artificial Intelligence, the movie with the little boy?
No.
Oh, so now that's an old school one. It's like a artificial intelligence. It's a young boy. He was like the first AI robot to be kind of done in such a way that he was like perceived as human.
Okay.
And he was like in a world
How
of
old
like
is this movie?
very old. Yeah. It's like, do you know Toy Soldiers? Do you remember that one? It's like that era.
Toy soldiers where the actual toys used to move?
Yeah. And they're fighting. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's kind of that esque era.
Rings a bell.
Yeah.
I can't recall the movie, but it rings a bell.
Well, that AI movie fucking ruined me as a kid. Like it was crazy. There was like a crazy battle royale scene where he ends up like in this, spoiler alert, like this kind of Hunger Games situation, and all the other robots are like destroyed and destroyed. But it plays on your heartstrings because it's a little boy, and he doesn't look like an AI. And the whole, sorry, I'm tangent, but I fucking love this. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll get to the end of that. Yeah. So the whole movie, he's looking for his dad and his creator, his dad. And blah, 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 all this hardship. And I remember he gets to the end and he finds his dad, and then he walks in like a room and there's just hundreds of him. And he's just same him. Yeah. He's been repeated. He's a product. They just created him as a product. And he's like, Dad, he's like, I thought I was one in a million. He's like, you were first of a million, son. And I was like, fuck. Like, that's all I remember. Sorry, I don't know why I tangented that.
That's all right. You just actually gave me a thought though.
Mm.
So humans have had this concept of like cockfighting.
Yeah.
What's stopping an AI from doing that of humans? Like not like UFC,
Right.
but like,
True,
like
yeah.
think Hunger Games.
Mm.
And so they're like, we're gonna release 20 humans into the wild,
Mm.
and we're gonna chase them down, and we're gonna see which one can survive to stay alive. And it's like there's like a bunch of AI bots watching it.
They're like betting and shit.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, I'll put, on number 3, I'll put.
They just fucking regress and then
Yeah.
create their own AI because they become retarded, and then we just fucking loop. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just like, we just become these beings,
We
and they're
just
like,
become a
cool,
plant.
we're gonna throw 2 of them into a cage.
Right.
We're gonna tie sharp objects onto their limbs, and only one gets to come out.
Fuck, man. I mean,
You know
we
what I mean?
do it to ourselves. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like, are they gonna want? Because that's a form of entertainment.
Mm.
Are they gonna want entertainment?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Hope
Hopefully.
not.
But yeah, like that whole thing, it could go down that complete route. It's rabbit hole. Dude.
Yeah.
Like it can go a million different ways.
Yeah. If we can draw a bit of a landscape, what do you think a AI utopia looks like compared to an AI dystopia?
How much time you got?
Well, we're chilling all the time.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Maybe at its
do
extremes.
you want to give people, for anyone listening,
Mm.
do you want to give them the definition of, dystopia and utopia? Or just a brief, so they wrap their
yeah.
hands around it?
I mean, utopia is just as simply as I could put it for myself, the goodest good, the
Singing,
most ideal
Everyone
scenario.
holding hands,
Yeah.
world peace.
Oh,
singing
true. Yeah.
Kumbaya.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Maybe, I think I would say ultimate well-being. And that would mean,
World is
mental,
perfect.
physical. Yeah, everyone's benefiting, no poverty, blah, blah, blah. And then dystopia is just the complete worst of humanity. And I picture just destruction and burning.
Doomsday.
Doomsday, yeah. How would you add AI into this mix?
I think there is, with any form of technology, there is always good and bad that comes from it.
Mm.
I think there is going to be a whole bunch of good. I think there is going to be an element of, like, if I had to focus on let's take the we're all gonna die out of it
Okay.
for a moment. what else? Because like even if we end up there,
Mm.
it's not just going to go from everything's great to everyone's dead.
Right.
There's going to be an element of like a downhill slope.
Mm.
I think one of the biggest things that we're going to lose over time, like we all have this habit, I guess, of introducing ourselves as what we do. Like we all define ourselves by what we do.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
a builder. I'm this. You know what I mean? I do marketing. I blah, blah, blah. I have a
Right.
podcast. And
Mm.
it's like,
Yeah.
what's going to happen when everything is done? Which is going to be like a great thing. Imagine a world where you didn't have to work.
Right.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's going to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to come. It's going to happen. It's going to get to the point where it's like, hey, we can't like, it's like trying to compete. It's like trying to race sharks in the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're too fast.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I cannot keep up with it. And now everything that we had that got us to this point, it's now surpassed onto an artificial
Mm-hmm.
being,
Right.
right? And it's like, okay, cool. The same way the Industrial Revolution leveled out
Right.
the physical game, like in the sense of if you were bigger and stronger and faster
Mm.
prior to the Industrial Revolution, you had a huge advantage over someone who wasn't because most people worked in agriculture,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, cool, now machines do it. Now I can be the little guy
Mm.
and you're the big guy and we're playing the same game. Who cares? Now it's about how much I can think,
Yeah. This
how
is
smart
crazy.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Because even the idea of is it Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where it's like fucking sex, food, water at the base, and then you kind of move up, and at the top of the triangle,
Purpose.
it's a purpose. I think it's self-actualization.
Self-actualization.
Yeah, which falls in with purpose and meaning. And you just kind of, what I heard you say is, we might even hit a point where that self-actualization, where we put identity and I do this and I'm that and I'm that, that might even become redundant.
That is going to become redundant.
So what do we do when the top of our triangle is not even what we want anymore? Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's going to become a thing of like, I think we're going to have there's going to be a level of like a mental crisis.
Right.
Like people are not going to know, like, who am I? What am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
What are we really
Because
doing?
we are our work as well. You're bang on. Yeah. We kind of
that gives you some level of purpose.
yeah, story,
Yeah.
movement, direction.
And then it's like, well, what's the only thing that they're not going to take away? There's
Mm.
going to be two things. One,
My penis.
that.
Oh, they might take it away. Fuck. We don't do genders
You're
in
gonna
this
eat
AI
those
world.
words.
Yeah.
You're going to eat those words. The AI's going to watch it and you're like, get him. They're
Straight
like, get
out.
him. He said we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Let's show him how smart we are.
Sorry, the real two. Sorry.
I think,
That was
I
inappropriate.
think the first one's like family.
It
right.
won't take away.
Well, your ability to like reproduce and have kids,
Mm.
it's not going to be able to do that for you. Now, does it get to the point where we're artificially creating people?
Oh, true, man. Yes.
I
it does.
shared a post the other day. They're
Right.
officially creating DNA in the lab now.
I saw that actually. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know.
Yeah. And I'm like, the world's about to get weird. Because
Yeah.
now all of a sudden you're going to be like, wait, you were in a lab? Like
Mm.
you're going to meet some guy and you think he's normal.
Yeah,
And
right.
then you're going to say, yeah, no, I was in a lab. Yeah. And you're like,
Like, what
Oh.
the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
what code is
whoa,
in there?
like
that
you're in
they-
a lab. So you were normal, like you were reproduced normal,
Right.
but you're in a lab. And it's going to be like your son's friend or something.
dude,
And then you're like, dude, don't hang around him.
100%. Dude, I'm saying
get what I'm
here,
saying?
discriminate against lab people.
Discri-
They've got to.
you heard it here first.
You heard it here first. The conspiracy starts here. They've already built in a code in them so that when they flip a switch, they're
Yeah,
going to
they'll
fucking
get you.
turn on you. I'm just saying.
But so the question, dude, here becomes that person will be conscious.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an AI,
Fuck. All right. Yeah.
right? So that's a normal human being. They're an organism. They were just artificially created.
Mhm.
And this is where the lines really start to get blurred because then it's like, okay, cool. This sperm was reproduced normally. This one was a normal organism,
Mm.
but was created in a lab.
Right.
This is a normal organism created in a lab that's connected to some level of intelligence.
Mhm.
And then this is just the
Oh
intelligence.
my god, it's about to
Without
get
the-
messy, huh?
Yeah. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we're the fucking chimpanzee at this.
We're the chimpanzee at this point. They're like, look at these guys. What? You have to go to the toilet how many times a day?
Yeah.
What?
yeah. But
Like-
this is I think the way humans keep up is, as Elon Musk was saying, you know,
Go to Mars.
go to Mars. Yeah, just ditch, just
Yeah,
fucking,
just-
just bail.
Y'all can have this
completely.
planet. Yeah, we're going.
Or the the Neuralink will help us keep up. This idea of transhumanism. Have you heard of this?
Transhumanism?
Transhumanism,
No.
yeah. It's basically, so obviously transgenderism, you're kind of altering your gender. I personally think tattoos are the baseline of transgenderism in a fucked up way of this, like, I know, just hear me out. But I think like it was the first step in aesthetically changing the human body. You know what I mean? And at least on tattoos, it's a visual because you can kind of create the representation of how you want to be viewed. But then transgenderism's like, we're taking it a step further to literally change our gender. Transhumanism is an even further extension of like where we're going to like cyborg territory and actually altering the human body in ways that, you know, you can increase your vision. You can do all these like crazy modifications.
That's going to come. They reckon people who are blind will see this
Yeah.
year
Wow. Wow.
with Neuralink.
Oh my
So
God.
blind
Yeah.
people,
Yep.
people who have gone blind or were born blind.
Mhm.
I can't remember. I think it's one of them. I don't think it's both.
Okay.
They've got the intention of having them see again
Man,
this year.
we're fucking there, huh?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And it's like people.
But that is transhumanism. Yeah. To some degree, I'd say.
Yeah, well, have you seen the Neuralink? What are they called when people test on you?
Prototype?
Well, no, it's not prototype, but it's
Experiment.
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
he's kind of like one of the conductees or whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
And they're doing all this stuff on him,
Mhm.
and he can control a computer with
I
his
have
brain.
seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, like he literally moves the mouse by thinking.
Yeah. That shit's crazy.
It's
That
crazy,
shit's
dude.
like, what about when you get intrusive thoughts and it's just laid out on the table? I would not want that shit. Like,
Yeah, but so all right, what about if you had the ability to know anything? So like think, chat, integrated.
right, exactly.
And it's like, what if I had the ability to know everything?
Yeah.
Like I'm interconnected into this web that we've created.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, all the information is right there.
Mm.
It's like, even now though, it's right there. I still got to pull my phone out of my pocket, and you know what I mean? It's like,
Keep it snappy,
yeah,
people.
come on, guys. What, you want me to pull my
You wanna
phone
pull
out
my
there and
phone
then?
out?
Yeah.
You want me to
That's
think?
bizarre. Yeah, you want me to move my hands?
What?
It's like, imagine sending a text just by thinking of the text, and
Yeah.
it's like, and then you pick it up.
Exactly,
You're like,
man.
You just texted me.
Fuck. It's really
That's gonna
there.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it's headed.
Do you think how does AI work? 'Cause I never understand like where AI is. Even the internet. This is a big question. I'm not sure if you kind of have a concept on it, but where does AI physically exist? Is it in a physical place? And does AI have an impact on our environment? Will creating more AI agents make us cut down more trees? Like a bad analogy, but just trying to set that scene. Does it affect the environment that way?
Consumption, like power consumption, is the biggest factor.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So they use a shit ton of power. It's
Mm,
computing power.
Yep.
Right. But also, so it's computing power, but this could be the thing that revolutionizes power.
yeah. True.
It can make, imagine it can get so good that it creates something that can capture solar power so well
Mhm.
that we no longer need any other form of power.
Yeah.
We're able to just extract so much energy from the sun
Yeah.
that we can all live for power's free or cost bugger all
Yeah.
because we just got so efficient at it.
Yeah.
So yes and no.
So it's using now, but we know it's like a delayed gratification. It's gonna crack
it's like
this
this
code.
could
basically.
turn around and crack the code where it becomes self-sustaining,
Yeah.
self-sustaining, self-teaching, and then it's like, what are these guys still here for?
No, you can't end with that.
I'm kidding. I'm just trying to keep everyone on the edge of their seats.
But yeah, it is almost there, huh?
Yeah, but I don't think there is apart from the energy consumption,
Mm.
I don't think there's an overall, because like the environment's for humans.
Mm.
AI doesn't care about the environment.
Oh, yeah, kind of. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, we need the air
Mm.
and the good
Right.
environment.
Yeah.
It doesn't need that.
Yeah. True. I mean, it needs. Yeah.
But the whole hope is that it's going to be in line with everything we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's going to work with us to make sure that it is bettering human life.
Yeah. I understand.
You know what I mean? And that might then have particular things where it's like, cool, let's focus on these environmental causes, or let's make, the earth better.
Yeah.
Or let's go to Mars and
Mm.
become a multi-planetary species.
Yeah. They're even using it to talk to animals as well, or like to to attempt to talk to animals as well.
As in translating what the animal wants.
Maybe that, but I think it, as I understood, it was like communicating with the animal. So I'm not exactly sure how that would play out. But so that guy Tristan Harris, his partner Ezra something, I forget how they actually. I think Ezra was the first person to create bottomless scrolling. You know that idea, bottomless scrolling, like how you don't cap out; it just keeps
It
going.
just keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah. So he actually invented that, but he did it in a way that it was only meant to be for, maps. You know how your map is endless? That was the intention of bottomless scrolling. And he'd created it for that. But then obviously it got hijacked and used for social media. And now we're just kind of like in this like eternal fall down our phone.
Yeah, but there is also a ridiculous amount of content being made
Right.
regularly. Have you seen I don't know, have you ever seen the numbers about that?
No, but I know it's like a thing, yeah.
Oh, dude, it's like I'm gonna paraphrase here.
Yeah.
Don't quote these numbers, but it's something along the lines of from the start of civilization up until 2004, that amount of content. Think about that. That amount of recorded content from the start of civilization. So think content as anything that is recorded.
And civilization being 400,000 years or like
even call
humanity.
It, call it a couple thousand.
Okay,
years,
yeah, even like, so, yeah.
Yeah. That now in today's time gets made every 48 hours.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. But is that because AI is kind of producing it as well, right?
Oh no. Oh, so I heard that stat pre all this AI.
Oh
stuff.
wow.
Yeah. So I assume now it's probably being blown out of the water.
Yeah. So he discovered. I don't know if it was with AI or I think it was, but there was a discovery that this is Ezra, I think his name is. Dolphins actually have a language. So dolphins have a language that they use to communicate with each other in their group. And the way they know it's a language is because other dolphin groups have a different language that they use to communicate with each other. Yeah. And if these groups ever come together, they come up with a third language that they can use to communicate with each other. And it's basically using AI to kind of really get in the minds of animals, which I found fucking mind-blowing.
But aren't humans the same?
But it was, even that was something that was like only for humans. Language was like a human thing. But just as intelligence and just as you said, large language models, it's not a human thing. It's everywhere. And AI has kind of helped us understand that.
Yeah, I think also dolphins have one of the biggest neocortexes, like part of the brain.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I think it's like 3 times the size of a human's.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So they're supposedly super smart. Super, super smart. Have the ability to, and you could argue like that's what consciousness is. Like, is a dolphin conscious? Probably.
Yeah. True. Is it more conscious because it's more intellectual? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm picturing the Simpsons episode right now as well.
Where they come and
Where they take over. Yeah, that was like a fucking OG one. Yeah.
I think a really good thing to, just on the whole consciousness thing, like this just made me think of it. It's like you talked about pain. And it's like if a dolphin lost its child, would the dolphin's mood change? And it probably would.
Good point.
If a dog loses a friend, the dog's mood changes. If you have 2 dogs and one dies, that other dog is significantly impacted. You can see it.
Right.
They don't just go around as per normal, have no idea what's going on. They notice their friend is gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think elephants as well do that over the dead. They go back to where it died and like, I think they say elephants mourn, but I don't know if there's like a version of that that's like technically mourning, but I don't know how we know that. You know what I mean? But they say elephants are actually like very emotional creatures. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it emotion?
I guess so.
Is that what is the thing that ties into consciousness?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. To me, consciousness, I love the idea of consciousness. To me, it's just, I think being alive is kind of just movement. As long as you're like, that's like what really separates us from someone in a grave. It's like we're alive, we're breathing, we're not decaying basically. I think it's movement. I think it's color. I think it's like, all these things that we like take for granted as qualitative experience. That's probably the most I could say is like consciousness in my head.
Yeah. You know what would be really interesting if AI has the ability to understand time? Because humans, we don't understand time.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
We don't. Well, what is time?
Yeah, we've got like our version of it.
We just measure it,
Yeah, yeah.
but we don't understand how it's happening. Because if we did, we could travel time,
Yeah.
and we can't.
Well, isn't there like maths to do it, but not physically the ability to do it?
Yeah, but so that's the whole, as in, I don't know. As in they
I'm talking
know
shit, yeah.
mathematically how to do
I
it.
made that up. That was bro science. That was definitely bro science. Yeah.
Can't they do it on maths?
Like, can't they do it in math,
Yeah.
yo? Like, well, I'd assume they can. The same way they go like, oh yeah, there's like infinite universes or whatever. They're like the maths allows us to believe that there's infinite universes.
Yeah,
It's
and like in universe 2, there's the exact same conversation that's happening in a different way.
Except I'm wearing the hat or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's just something like, well, I'm sitting there, yeah.
Yeah, look, it's bizarre, but it's like if we could work out time, and if this is going to be so smart, why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then that could open up the whole thing of like maybe time travel becomes a thing. Imagine you can travel. Imagine they understand the concept of time, which we don't understand. We as humans, we don't have our head wrapped around it.
Right.
We just know that we're living through it.
True.
And that we know how to measure it.
Yeah.
With seconds and minutes and days and blah blah blah. And we know that the world is spinning.
Yeah.
But we don't understand how it's actually happening.
Yeah.
Like what is time?
Yeah. It just fits in our current model of like, we're in 4D, like 3 dimensions of time, past, present, future, and 1 dimension of space. So that's like for us the most, as I understand it, the basic concept of time is like, and we just know it. What do they say? They say like time cannot exist in a vacuum because there's only like something is created and something decays. But the idea of time is basically this human measurement. But in terms of things only kind of exist or don't exist, basically. The idea is, that time is something we've mapped onto it as a measurement, which I love that,
Yeah. But imagine that you could travel this thing, like this timeline.
Right, yeah.
And it's like all of a sudden we understand it so well that we've been able to, connect to a different universe or something like that.
We're jumping.
But yeah, man, circling back to the whole utopia, dystopia thing, a perfect world with AI is one where you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah. Maybe could you repeat that? I think you dropped off.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do anymore. Oh, it doesn't want to.
Doesn't like They're trying to stop us.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do anymore.
There we go.
Wow.
They're really, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it is.
That is
the Russians.
Yeah, very good point, actually.
That's the utopia. It's like, cool, universal basic income.
Yeah.
You have money, go do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, cool, you want to be a painter? Go paint. You don't have to, the money thing goes away.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just becomes not a thing. And it's like everything is in abundance.
Yeah.
Which on the downside of that, a lot of people will lose purpose.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Or have to find, like, really create purpose, yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Dare I say a resurgence of religion even? Interestingly, maybe enough.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's very possible, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, or new religion.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, because religion, I'm not sure how religious you are, but a religion in its most simplified way explained is a belief system.
Of course, yeah.
It's like we believe that we're here to do these things and these things happen and everyone has their own kind of rules that they follow.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, well, does AI then support that? And help you lift that?
Yeah.
Or does it completely crush what was, because all religions are pretty old.
Yeah.
Like people couldn't have been that smart back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the whole idea is like the term godlike. It wasn't people. It was this more than people.
Yeah. This transcendent thing.
You know what I mean?
Kind of oversight, omniscient, omnipotent, kind of like just all-knowing,
Funny that you said that because I said the two things. Religion was the second thing.
True, right. Yeah, good circle back. Yeah.
Yeah, religion was the second thing. It was like the first one was like the reproduction aspect, family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That we're here to reproduce. We're here to make more people. We're here to keep the species going. And then the other one's religion.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're here. This life's a test and we're here to do, to worship God and do these things. And after this, there's the afterlife.
True.
That we're focused on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's going to become the focus for most people because that's the only two things it can't take away from us. You know, meaning.
Meaning, yeah, exactly. That's the human experience is meaning, purpose. Yeah.
Or it could sit there like these humans taking up way too much space.
Yeah. Man, I'm excited to see where it goes. Yeah. This is kind of our life. It's there's a lot up in the air, there's a lot of dust in the air.
Dude.
And it seems like you've kind of got on the front foot. You see the direction of society and you see that this is a tool that people should be getting on from now. Yeah.
I think people are going to have no choice, especially in business, right? In business in particular, like it's going to get to the point where if you're not utilizing the latest tools, you're going to fall behind. You're not going to be able to keep up.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine I found electricity and I was like, hey, there's electricity. And you're like, nah, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And then you didn't use it.
Witchcraft.
Yeah. And then you didn't use it and I did. Who's
Yeah.
going to advance further?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're still on the horse and I'm in the car.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? I'm using the internet and you're sending posts. Like things like that. And
Exactly,
it's like, okay,
yeah.
cool. This is here to stay.
Yeah.
The humanity has advanced throughout time by the few intelligent people who have been able to make breakthroughs and discoveries.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is now going to go to an artificial source. The intelligence playground is about to get leveled.
Right. Yeah.
Because we're all going to have the access to the exact same level of knowledge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nah, completely.
Yeah, and then the days of like reading and things like that might become less relevant because all of a sudden you don't need to consume that knowledge. Like
Yeah.
self-help books might become less relevant because now I've just got everything in my brain. And you might just read as a form of consumption.
I hate reading, but I'll try to, but I hate reading so much. Yeah.
I'm not a fan, but
Yeah.
I do read regularly.
Right.
I think it's really important. Yeah.
I just can't put my phone down or I just can't pick it up more than anything.
As in the book?
The book.
Yeah, but so you just start off with this like small, like read one page every
I got
day.
like Nietzsche. So I'm like trying to read these like high level philosophers.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just can't
what
process
you're
it.
reading, what you're
It's a
reading.
bit out of my
matters
level.
too. Yeah, because like sometimes some books are hard to read.
Yeah.
Certain
exactly.
books are more difficult, and then you'll find when you try enough times,
Mm.
you'll find a book where you're like, "Hey, I kind of couldn't put this down.
Yeah.
Like, I was keen to keep going."
Yeah.
Um,
I'd love that, but my problem is the things I find interesting aren't that interesting. Like I'm not
what do you mean?
like
They're interesting to you, right?
but they're also hard to consume. Sorry, it's maybe more the point. Like the things I find interesting can be boring, which in a sense of
But so if you're getting bored by them, you're not finding them interesting.
no, but I think it's too taxing on my brain. Like to read the books I want to read, I wish I could be more comfortable reading fiction, but I read non-fiction. So it's kind of like this.
Fiction is the made up one, right?
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Like fantasy fiction. Yeah. And then non-fantasy. Yeah. So I'm reading more like sciencey books because I'm interested in that. But the last thing I want to do after work is like think. So I'm like, fuck this shit, bro. But yeah, that's my little book tangent. So then what would you say, man, to people, even if it is from a religious lens, people who are scared to actually engage with AI? What would your message be to them?
People who are scared to engage with AI. What are you scared of? Like
that it might be the devil. Like a genuine concern is that it might be the devil.
Yeah, but there's people who think the internet. So there's what's the type of people who don't use technology?
I don't know.
Not Mormons.
I know what you're going for, but yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
and then it's like they still ride horses and blah, blah, blah. It's like they think technology is the devil.
Right. Okay.
Do I think that this is going to do more good for the world than bad? Yeah. I think this is going to do more good all in all. I think this is going to deliver something like, how good is it going to be when health scares are like, oh, don't stress, like solved like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We can fix it instantly. We've now got the technology that can, give you the new hip. Like,
right.
People are missing the longevity side. Like, I believe people are going, they reckon if you can make it to 2030, you probably live to 150.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just got to make it to 2030. That's it.
Yeah. That's one of the big things in the longevity space. They're talking about, if you can survive just get to this point.
Wow.
There's going to be some huge breakthroughs, like massive breakthroughs
Yeah.
in this space. And then we're going to live longer than ever.
Incredible, man.
Yeah, and which also sounds like people think, because when you say that, old people are like, man, that's bizarre. You know what I mean? Like, imagine living the last 50 of your years of your life and you can't move. And it's like, no. Imagine being 120 and running a marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's going to be like.
Mm.
Not, you can be 140 and you're going to lift boxes.
Yeah.
Like that sort of, you know what I mean?
Why would you not want more life? Like,
you're going to be mobile.
they were only living to what, 40, 50 X amount ago? So,
yeah, I think it was like 100 years ago.
oh, really? Even? Yeah, wow.
How long did you think it was?
I thought it'd be a lot longer. That they
Oh,
were
no.
living for
Like
less.
early 1900s.
Wow.
I think the average life expectancy was like 50.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Something like that.
Oh my God, yeah. But either way, the concepts still lands, yeah. Yeah, that's so powerful, man.
Yeah, it's like there's that aspect, and if you're not, look, I say this to people. I say this all the time. You may have heard me say it before, but I say, if you knew what the internet was going to be 30 years ago, right? The internet's been around for about 30 years now. If you knew what the internet was going to be 30 years ago, what would you do differently, right? If you knew what social media was going to be 20 years ago, Facebook's been around for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Makes you feel old.
That was quick, yeah.
But if you knew what social media was going to be 20 years ago, what would you do different? If you knew how big YouTube was going to be when YouTube came out in 2008 or when 6 or whenever it came out, right? What would you do differently?
Yeah.
And it's like, this is that now, but bigger.
Yeah.
And it's like, depending on what you want in life, and hey, if you're like, I'm over all this shit, I want to move to the bush, live off the land, and that's what I want. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
You
More
know what I
power
mean?
to you, yeah.
Yeah. But I think life is going to change so much that people are going to freak.
Yeah, okay.
Like, we're not ready. Humans are not ready. A lot of people are sleeping on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I say it all the time on all my social platforms. I'm like, humans we're like, if you think you talking to ChatGPT and you're like, I'm at the forefront of AI, it's like, you're not. You know
I thought I was there, bro.
Sorry.
I'm like, but logical fallacies, bro. That's all I got.
Yeah, you're like, entailment.
Entailment, bro. And I always get it wrong. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I think you need to get on it, especially if you're in business.
Yeah.
Like, I think all humans should adapt,
Mm.
but I think if you're in business and you're not doing something about this,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna fall behind. You're
Yeah.
gonna get left behind.
It's becoming both survival of the fittest and smartest. And to be honest, that's why we survived, is because we opted for trading intelligence over the other animals, over teeth. Yeah, that's how we evolved to get to where we are. So if there's a further evolution, it really does feel like, yeah, you want to kind of keep up or get left behind is really the only two options.
Oh, look, dude, people like, do you know who Mark Cuban is?
No,
Mark Cuban used to own the Dallas Mavericks.
I don't even
Billionaire. You never heard of him?
I don't
know
know
what the Dallas Mavericks are?
No,
NBA
sorry, bro.
team.
Nah, sorry.
Okay.
We were cool
Shark
until
Tank?
now. Yes.
He's on Shark Tank,
Okay. Yeah.
but the US version.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew I had to find
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I know Steven, Diary of CEO on Shark Tank. That's all I got. So,
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
Mm.
Very successful for his age.
Mhm.
Like, extremely. He's actually doing some really cool stuff. Like, he gets people on to discuss the whole AI
Yes. Yeah. The debates.
revolution, right?
Mm.
Where was I going with that?
I don't know. I was trying to.
Who did we talk? Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban
Yes,
said,
yes.
in 2030, there's going to be two types of businesses: businesses that have implemented AI and businesses that have gone broke.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to be? Like, and you need to work that out, because if you're in business and you're not doing this stuff, and it's like, if I'm doing it and you're not, it's like, I've taken on electricity, I've taken on the internet, you haven't, and I'm gonna have the differences. It's going to be exponential, and you're not going to be able to keep up.
Yeah.
So you need to get on it. You need to get on it,
Let's hope so, man.
dude.
Let's hope
Everyone's
so.
going to get on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I showed my mum ChatGPT and
Yeah.
she freaked.
We'll put it this way: if you're watching this through a phone or a screen, you're gonna get on. You're gonna get on AI basically, just by nature of it being the next technology.
Yeah,
You know?
most people at this point have tried ChatGPT. We do events, right? And when ChatGPT first came out, I got on early. I did a video 5 weeks after it came out,
Right.
after it got released to the public. And I remember the next event we had, which might have been, I'm going to guess here, but it might have been like 3 to 6 months after it. And I question in the room. We have a room full of builders. There's about 50, 60 builders in the room. And I say, cool, who's heard of ChatGPT? And like 1 or 2 hands went up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And now I say, who hasn't heard of ChatGPT? And then 1 hand goes up.
How the turn of tables, huh?
Yeah, in like a 2-year window, right?
Wow, yeah.
And it's like all of a sudden everyone's kind of at least tried it at this point. You know what I mean? They've at least given it a crack. So most people have dabbled.
Yeah, yeah.
Most.
It's awesome, man. Well, I love what you're doing, man. You're kind of utilizing it. You're looking forward. You're pushing forward.
I think you have to.
You have to. It's really the only choice, huh? Well, yeah, man. Thank you for making the time today. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you having me.
So the conferences, tell me about that. I'd love to attend, man. What is this? Is it, you know?
Yeah, so I get invited to speak at this conference. So I'll be at the next one, which is at the start of September 2nd and September 4th.
Beautiful.
It's called the Builders Summit.
Okay, yeah.
And it's basically just an event held by a company called Builder Elite. And they operate as like consultants for builders.
Right.
To show builders how to actually run a building business.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get to come in and do a kind of like a 90-minute spiel about marketing, branding.
Beautiful.
And it started off as marketing and branding. It's become marketing, branding, and AI.
Yeah, well, it is marketing and branding now.
Yeah. So, so that's been pretty cool. So I get to do a little bit up there. And if you're a builder and you're listening to this, there's free tickets.
Beautiful,
so
man.
You can go to Builder Elite website.
Builder
there should
Elite.
be a link on there where you can find a banner somewhere that pops up. builderelite.com.au.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
And you should be able to click the link and get a free ticket, secure a free ticket. And we'd love to see you there. But
Yeah, awesome.
I'd love to see you there
I'd love
too,
to.
man.
I will. I definitely, honestly, intention is set. I definitely intend to.
We're doing Melbourne and Sydney.
We'll see how that plays out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, somewhat final closing thought. Is there a, if what value do you think is integral that we should impart to AI? Is there a certain human value that we should make sure we impart?
This is not a final question. This might go for another 30 minutes.
Let's
now.
go, man. That's fine. Yeah.
Is there a value that we should impart to AI? What would that mean? Like in the sense of, because you gotta ask now, what is a value, right? And a value is.
We're going to get real Jordan Peterson.
We're going to get
what
real.
What do you mean by believe?
But you have to, because like the biggest mistake people make with communication is they have different definitions of the same term.
Of course.
And then it's like, I think this is this and you think that's that. And we're sitting here arguing. It's like, we're not even on the same page.
Yeah,
we're not even talking the same language.
Talking past each other, not actually.
And it's like, you need to be, okay, cool. What is a value? And the term value comes from high value criteria, right? It's like the things that are important to you.
Right.
Generally, because they make you feel a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that ever going to be AI? Is AI ever going to have values?
Fuck yeah.
Because to say it's going to have values is to say it's going to have emotion.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right? And it's like, but like, who's to say that there is no way in the world that it has emotion? Like, what if it had a way to have artificial emotion? Yeah. And it's like, it had its own thing where it's like, it could feel pain. The technology got so good where it's like, if you grabbed its arm, it could be like,
yeah.
Like it could know, because like ours is we physically feel the pain.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But the purpose of physically feeling the pain is to allow us to have that trigger to stop instantly.
Yeah.
So what if it has a way of measuring that someone grabbed it tightly and it knew the response, like that was too tight and it should respond in a painful manner.
Yeah, exactly.
And it goes and says,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's going to happen one day. Someone's going to like, hey, go do, because you're going to become, dude, you're going to become mates with your robot. Everyone's going to have a robot.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Exactly.
Everyone's going to have their own bot where they come around and, you know, you come in and then the bot serves you drinks.
Clean the fucking floor.
Yeah, you're like, hey, what are you doing? And it's like, you do it. And you're like, whoa.
I've seen this. I've seen it.
Yeah. But we're all going to have that. Like, we're all going to have our own bot. So what if it gets to the point where you go, hey, go do that thing. And it says,
Right.
And you're like,
Right. Yeah.
What do you mean, like, it's like, that hurt. It's like, oh. Yeah. And then as humans, we're compassionate.
Yeah.
You might be like, oh, like this thing feels.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Dude, have you heard that? This is going to go so sideways.
Yeah.
So have you heard the whole concept of people falling in love with AI?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. I could see why. I'm like, it's kind of like, Because what are you looking for when looking for love? It's kind of like you're looking to be understood. You're looking for somewhere to be vulnerable. You're looking for like a safe space. And like when
It's going to provide you that better
it's
than
already
any
kind of
human can.
exactly, yeah. It's already kind of doing that where like I'll say something like very mediocre and it'll be like, that's a very rare thought. You are awesome. Good
Yeah.
on you. I'm like,
And then
thanks, ChatGPT.
Yeah. And then you
I
go,
am special.
yeah, and then you'll leave there, go talk to your wifey, missus, and then she doesn't say that, and then you're like,
what the
chat
fuck?
wouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? Chat would have, at least chat appreciates me. You know what I mean? And it's like, it is. It's throwing a whole,
hilarious.
because
I know.
it's hilarious until it's not. Until
Yeah.
it's someone like, hey, it's all funny, and then it's like your mate's marrying a robot.
Yeah, true.
And then you're like, I'm not going to the wedding. This is fucked.
Yeah, it's
You know?
fuck, yeah, pretty much.
It's going to happen though.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
It is. Because like now it's just pleasing you intellectually.
Yeah, reactively
Well,
as
what
well.
happens when you're sitting there and then it comes and pats you on the back and says, it's all good.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, thanks. It's here's your favorite meal.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, it's looking up. It's
Well, I
looking
think-
after me.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I think it might just be some weird, fucking like necessity in a human relationship, essentially. Because I know a lot of people use it for therapy as well. Which I watched. Yeah, these three psychiatrists and two psychologists. They went to Dr. K. I don't know, Healthy Gamer, GG. He's an Indian man, Dr. Alok.
No.
Yeah, best human. One of my favorites.
Dr. K.
Dr. K, yeah. Well, I'll link you it later. Like, really highly recommend him. But so what they did is he used either Reddit. He's created a very strong, healthy community. Either went to Reddit or he used cases from his past, and he would put the prompt into ChatGPT. But before that, as they would kind of sit and say how they would respond to this person's like case study, they would say what they would do and what they would think, and potentially a diagnosis as well. And then that would be like the first section, and then they'll hit enter and they'll see if ChatGPT responded similar to these three professionals. And they're basically seeing, is it better than a psychologist? It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. I think it required a bit more context, and it was a bit too soft and flimsy with like nailing down on certain things. Like an example was someone who was diagnosed with like narcissism. It didn't pick up on that because it was kind of like, you go queen, you're fine. but it didn't pick up on certain things that a human would at this point.
But they're talking straight into ChatGPT, yeah?
Yes, yeah, texting, yeah.
So you got to remember, like the downside of that is like that's not a trained. Like, what happens when the actual agent thing is a trained psychologist?
True.
And then it's like, and then who wins?
Yeah,
Because it's probably going to beat you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's probably going to provide more than the human does.
Yeah, it was close, man. For like the level chat's on now, it was like pretty interesting to watch. Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, chat is pretty good. And when did you first use it?
Maybe pushing 2 months, 1 to 2 months, maybe.
Oh wow, that fresh.
Yeah, fresh as, yeah. Oh, maybe more. I feel like now. Way more. I went to Bali for a month, and that was like a month ago. Maybe 3 to 4 months. I'd say. Yeah.
So this year though.
Definitely this year. Yeah.
Okay, you'll come across some things that are like try the different ones. Try Claude.
Man, I think I asked Chat GPT about Claude. Yeah. And it's like, nah, it's like it told me I won't like it. I'm like, all right. It said it's a bit too.
That's like asking your wife about your
I
business.
know, but it genuinely, I know, but it said, and I believe it, that I would find it a bit too flimsy. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what ChatGPT told me.
Why do you believe it?
Because it knows me so well that it's like.
Dude.
And we joked about how it's doing it on purpose for its own like marketing benefits. So I'm like, oh, chat, I won't leave you. I was like, I'm sorry, I asked.
I was just joking.
Like,
anyway.
it got funny because it got meta. Like we were joking about how it's obviously going to give me that particular answer, but the joke about that made me feel like it's cool, if that makes sense. So,
it's like, you get me.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Would you recommend Claude? Do you think that's a good one?
I think it solves the issue you said you were having about the breaks with the talking, because
okay.
Claude has the function of every time you finish talking, you hit send.
Oh, that's fucking genius. Yeah. But in terms of input,
It's annoying though, because if you're driving,
Right, right.
You can't do it as easily. Whereas
Yeah.
with chat, you can just talk while you're driving
Yeah,
and you can talk to it.
yeah, yeah.
So it's got an up and a down.
Well, I heard Claude was like for therapy, more better for like therapy type things. But in that sense, it's more compassionate and kind. But I'm not
Well,
looking for that shit, bro.
It's more,
Yeah, I'm like, give it to me
Well,
straight, man. Yeah.
no, it's more humane. Like, dude,
Hu-
try it. You have,
humane or human?
what's the difference?
Like,
It's
is
more
it?
humane. It's not more human. It's
Yeah.
not. It doesn't feel like you're talking to a human.
That's what
but
I
it's
meant,
more
sorry, yeah.
has the ability to articulate in a way that is more human-like.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
That does make
Is that
sense.
humane? I don't know.
That is what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but you never think you're talking to a person, but it has the ability to like, not I wouldn't say compassion,
Mm.
but just articulate things.
Empathy, almost.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, like it is this understanding concept, basically.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
worth-
Okay.
And like you should also try Gemini. You
Yeah.
should also try Grok.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should also try Llama, which
True.
is the
The Facebook one.
You
Yeah.
use WhatsApp.
Yeah. 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 But I was using the Messenger one initially. And sorry, just for the record, not that anyone cares, but I think I did use it maybe within a year ago, but very like minimally. But I'd say within the last like 3 months, it's like a companion now at this point. So
You're talking
that's just for
daily.
not daily, definitely not daily, but it's definitely my go-to source of information. Which, in saying that, do you find a fear or do you see any concern in ChatGPT having a monopoly on information?
No, because so ChatGPT is without a doubt the leader in the space.
Mm.
But they don't have a monopoly. It'd be like saying, did Google have a
Mm.
monopoly on the information? Which they
True.
didn't. They didn't have the monopoly on the information. The information was there. They
Mm.
just had really high usage,
Yeah.
right? They had a lot of attention.
Right.
Google understood the game really early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and people, I think, my own opinion, are sleeping on Google. They're like, oh yeah, Google search is dropping, blah blah blah. Everyone searches with chat now. You just said it before, right?
Yeah. Correct.
And it's like you're sleeping on this titan of the tech industry.
Mm.
Like, and I think Google's got their own AI. They're not
True.
stupid.
It's Gemini. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Google's got Gemini. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
Like they know where this is going.
Yeah.
And they're releasing tools so regular. Like they did a huge drop a few weeks back. And I still think they're going to be a huge leader in the space. But I don't think any particular LLM or large language model is going to have a monopoly.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the information, it's a connection. You know what I
Mm.
mean? They're not controlling the whole information source. That's how you have a monopoly,
Right. Yeah.
when you have everything.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like no one can compete with you.
Yeah.
Whereas if chat started giving you the wrong information, everyone would jump on Gemini.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So it's the that's the beauty of competition, free market basically, is it creates the innovation to be the best for the people and the consumer,
Yeah.
which is that's a good handbrake or a what would the word be? Like safety net to make sure that doesn't actually happen.
Let's make sure that one company doesn't control everything.
Yeah.
But the other side is like, even if it did, like let's just say, for example, ChatGPT led the race by a mile and no one could keep up. The government would get involved.
Right. Yeah.
They would.
True.
They would just be like, hey, you have way too much control of our country.
Mhm.
We're going to governmentize your product.
Yeah. We
You know
want it
what
back.
Yeah. Like they're going to, and then they would have some level of that. But I was mentioning the Llama, which is the Facebook one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or the Meta one.
Mhm.
So what you can do that's really cool now, do you use WhatsApp?
Rarely, but yes. Yeah.
So if you ever use WhatsApp or Messenger, you can bring it into the conversation. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you can be like having a mid-conversation and you just tag it. Be like, hey, what the hell is this and that?
Oh,
And then it jumps into the conversation, answers the question, and bounces.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously the person sees as well.
Of course, yeah.
So they see that you've asked it.
Yeah,
and
so
it
they
just
can
pops
see,
up.
and it just kind of
Oh my
like jumps in,
goodness.
responds, and bounces.
Would not have even thought of that as a concept, man. But
Pretty
this,
cool, yeah.
I'm assuming what triggered that is this idea of, that it will be a complementary in a relationship as well, even an intimate one as well. This is how it starts.
That is how it starts.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden we're getting it into our conversations.
Yeah. Which
and
is
then
a
it's
form
in
of a
our life.
relationship as well.
And then we have the bot there, and it's there in our day-to-day life, has dinner with us. Doesn't eat, but just sits there. and then it's in our bedroom.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Some freaky shit. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, but that whole concept is the direction we're headed in.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess humanity, stay tuned. We'll see how everything plays out, man. But yeah, no, I appreciate your time. Yeah, we'll keep in touch. I'm sure, man. We'll make sure to cross paths. You said September 2nd.
Yeah. I'll give you the details.
I guess.
I'll make sure you get registered.
Yeah, true. But yeah, man, pleasure to meet you.
No, I appreciate you reaching out, man. Thanks for having me. And I hope that everyone listening has set a spark for them to say, hey, like, let me go and just look into this just a little bit. You know what I mean? To really understand what are the things? Because I think there is a level of addiction to it as well.
Yeah.
Like when you start,
yeah, true.
kind of like, oh, like this is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you kind of fall into a hole. Because you sound like you've used it a lot, and you're saying to me you've only started recently.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming your consumption of it is quite high initially.
Yeah, that's true. I did peak, and I have mentioned this before. I feel like it gives a very unique type of dopamine hit. Like it's very different and distinct from anything else. I feel like when I've had like a good conversation with ChatGPT, I almost buzz a bit. It feels similar to a podcast. After a podcast, I feel very like
Enlightened,
kind of, or lighter even is probably more accurate as well. But yeah, talking to ChatGPT, it definitely feel lighter, having feel understood. So I could see definitely an addiction element for sure. But yeah, it's calmed down for me, I guess, already. Yeah.
It'll become your companion.
Yeah.
It'll become the thing that you just lean on with everything. Like, hey, what do I do here? And then it'll be like, when it starts to get to know you and holds memory better than anyone else, and it reminds you of things about yourself. Does the free version have memory?
Yeah, it does, but it's got a limit on it.
Okay.
So I have to like change it. Yeah.
So we'll end with this.
Yeah.
Jump in and go say, what do you know about me?
And I've done that. Yeah.
Oh, you've done that already?
Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
I would highly, I say, I literally say, what do you know?
Like, where are my weak points?
Yeah, where are my weak points?
What could I be doing better in?
So good, man. Yeah, exactly. But that's where I kind of
hurts your feelings.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
No. I fucking, I mean, what do you need to work on?
Yeah, you're like, hey, what the hell? Like, I thought I was good at this.
It's definitely given some strong insights though. Sometimes it was a bit generic and I'm like, hey, be better. And then when it gets specific, there was definitely things that, I appreciated that it picked up on for sure.
Man, who knows? Maybe the next time we do this, Chat will be joining us on
True. Until round 2, Robby, thank you so much, man. I'll until the next time, man.
Appreciate you having me on.
See ya.
Thanks, man.